Oh, oh, hey, I didn't see you guys there. Just kidding. Okay, so thanks for holding tight. We're back. Just kidding. I have it this over here so I can see you guys. Okay, if you think God is evil, maybe your God is Satan and you're being punished for following evil. Thank you. Alki loves BBC. This is like totally what we were going on about. Well, what I was going on about the other day. But today we have a new topic. Instead of blasphemy, we're going to hold off on that for a little bit. We're going to talk about practice girlfriends and practice boyfriends because it's somewhat interchangeable. So, I recently had an ex explain, it was kind of like a metaphor. They used a really great, well, it was a super offensive, but I think a great metaphor to explain the concept. So, when you're a teenager, a new driver, and you're or a parent of a teenager, right? A new driver, teenager. Are you going to get them like an amazing top of the line, expensive car that you care that they ruin, dent, whatever? Most parents are going to say no. Most parents are going to be like, I'm going to get them a practical car that's, safe, but, if they totally destroy it, total it, I won't be as upset. For whatever reason, because I noticed that this ex-boyfriend of mine was treating, their girlfriend a lot better, their current girlfriend, better than what they had treated me. Like, it seemed like they'd even learned empathy or something. But anyways, they go, yeah, you're kind of like a practice car, like a first car. And I was like, and I was so freaking mad, but it's true. I've definitely been a practice girlfriend for quite a few guys, and it's not cute. It's really not. I'm doing my nails too, by the way. Since there's no freaking nail salons open. Hi, cartoon. So, what sucks about being a practice girlfriend, obviously, is you don't reap any benefits at all. Even if the person has dating experience, there's something about you that's kind of kept at arm's length. And you may really be into them. And this tends to happen when you're dating potential, right? Like someone who's not in a place in their lives where they can really commit to anything. Whether it's like something... AC2, that is a wonderful question. Now, second of all, well, let me just say this. Okay. That can happen to anyone. Anyone can be manipulated. Anyone can be pregnant brain, but whatever. I digress. Okay. And also, actually, you know what will make you attract someone who will use you as a practice girlfriend, whether it's subconsciously or consciously being done? If you haven't had that many examples of great relationships and how someone should be treated, if you kind of lower your standards, if you have obvious self-esteem issues and, whatever, that's how you're definitely going to find yourself dating potential and being a practice girlfriend. Sometimes you can be a practice girlfriend because somebody just needs a seat filler, a seat warmer, whatever you want to call it. And they're not ready for anything serious, but they're lonely, right? Like the whole human experience, we want to be a part of something. We want to belong. We want companionship. We want friendship, just to pass the time. And you may find someone who, is just at a place in their life where, maybe they want something consistent from the girl's end. They want someone who's dedicated to them, but they're nowhere near ready for that themselves. So you may find yourself in a practice situation, practice placement when you date people like that. Now, what's really lame is sometimes the charmers, right? Don't even get me started about the charmers. The charmers may allude to a fake future, when they're ready, when they graduate school, or, by a certain age number, maybe they'll want it to become more official or more serious. But most likely, this is just false hope, empty promises. Oh my God, AC2, I was totally thinking about that. Let me close my legs on that note. Let's see, making yourself a respectable woman so people don't... Now, here's the thing. What makes a woman easy? Class, does anyone know? Can we get a 1 in the chat if you know what makes women easy? I want to hear your answers, how this happens. I'll wait. I know you guys have really good trolley answers, and maybe some of you actually have like some good insight on it. Before I get on a tangent, I'm going to let you guys have a chance to tell me how you think that happens. It's not what you think. Simps, go ahead. I know you're thinking of smart ass shit that you're... Okay, Farmer, I would love to hear your insight. Please let me know. How does this happen? Drunk girl, daddy issues, low self-esteem. Okay, guys, these are all really good answers, but there's something slightly more specific. Anything else you guys want to add? But yeah, low self-esteem, drunk, daddy issues. These are all great, great answers. But there's slightly more to it than that. Can anybody guess? OT. Oot. Thought. No, thought. Okay, see, you're being redundant. Okay, that is not the cause. Or the answer is not the cause. It's not like a, you know, full circle mindfuck. No, that's not quite it. Thank you for the buffering memo. We're gonna work on that, Simps. I don't know what happened. Okay. It's not quite money, although that's a good answer. Okay, let's try this. Let's break it down like this. Daddy issues and low self-esteem are pretty much necessary for this to occur. Now, specifically, what are the daddy issues and what is the low self-esteem? Now, whether you have an absent father or an uninvolved father, that means a father who's there but not really present in the needs, emotional needs, and attention that a girl needs. Basically, if you don't get the attention and respect from your actual father figure, or if you do not have a father figure per se, and this is not to offend or attack anyone who that situation may apply to them. We're talking specifically, strictly from a psychological standpoint, how you may try to impress guys sexually. Because when you didn't get attention from daddy, because he wasn't there or too busy or didn't care, basically you're like, okay, I want love and affection from a guy in some way, and what's a good way to get that? Obviously, we know what guys respond to. So if from a young age, the only attention you get is in a kind of sexual way or a flirtatious way, that's going to get you some kind of attention, right? Now, even though that's not really the attention you want per se, you just want the whole like love, admiration, and you know, you just want that aspect, you're willing to give up other things because that's what gets you to that place, because you don't know any other way. That's pretty much how that happens. So, well, I mean, it's not quite that simple, Farmer. It's not exactly that simple. But that's pretty much in a nutshell how that goes. Ryan, you are, okay, you win for comments so far. That is ridiculous. All right, so yeah, someone, I think it was AC2 or whatever, was suggesting, hey, why don't you close your legs, become more respectable, something along those lines. And I thought it would be great to explain how women, and I'm not even being specific or, you know, slut shaming myself, anything here. Thank you, that's fine. I'm just explaining to you how that happens. Nobody's perfect, right? We all live our lives, and hopefully through our experiences kind of make up what we are. And yes, Farmer, make up what we are, but hopefully the things that aren't working, the things that clearly do not make us feel good, hopefully we kind of figure out what's at the root of that, so we can not necessarily become better people, but enjoy our lives and, you know, not be feeling so badly and not have relationships that are not fulfilling to us. Which box? Oh, what is with the box? Oh, was it because I didn't want to close my legs today? Okay, literally, guys, we're filming this way because I actually have cramps and I'm wearing like a cute little dress, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna have to like keep closing my legs, and with the cramps it's just not working, so we're filming this way. You guys get a little more peek into the set here, which was done very pretty, I think. Still more work to do. You guys might get some lucky bent over wood staining streams maybe next week at some point. I took a break for a while because I was tired of being covered in glue and paint you know? But, yeah, so that's what that is. I didn't even realize the box was there because, like, I have chat really huge blown up on a desktop, or I'm sorry, a laptop over here, which you can't see. It's out of frame. We got the Simps over there on the iMac, and they're farting around doing whatever they do. And I didn't realize they put a box there. That's funny. So, yeah, so part of being, becoming respectable, as so-and-so would say it, is implementing standards for myself and not continuing to date potential or someone who I find amusing, or just because someone is very pursuant to me, like they're really pursuing, or they're actively, like, nonstop, relentlessly pursuing me, is not a reason to cave or to date. Are you okay, Sims? All right, you just do your thing. I'm gonna stay over here. Low-key John, thank you for hanging out. Thank you. It's wonderful. You guys, I love that you're here. Your time means a lot to me. We don't know how long we're going to be on this planet or whatever. So, you know, I think that's awesome that you guys are here right now. Even if you're just here waiting for me to do something ridiculous to clip and to take out of context, that's fine. Just know, as a troll or a supporter, that ultimately, the longer you watch my stream and the more you type, you're only helping me. Even if you're typing terrible, terrible, hateful things, it's still helping me. So just remember that. If you hate me, don't watch, and definitely don't type. And definitely don't post things on IP2, because you know what? That's still making me relevant. Oops. So yeah, gotta remember that. Where is Darcy? I haven't seen her in a few days. I've been worried about her. Is she doing okay? Because I was feeling, even though I'm super bloated and crampy, I was feeling kind of pretty today. I like how I did my makeup, and I was hoping she could, like, come through and, like, shut that down and, like, bring me back to reality. I was kind of hoping she'd do that for me. But, you know, the stream is early, so maybe we'll get lucky. I'm working on my cuticles over here. All right, so, the avatar, what do you mean? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so, practice girlfriend. All right, here, how do you find out or know you're a practice girlfriend? Thank you for that, Mas, and happy Mother's Day to any of the mothers watching, and any of you watching who are not mothers but definitely came from one. You better remember to call her. Definitely. Right? That it's from both of us, you know, because, like, some years maybe one of us couldn't get something, and, like, we, you know, oh, we got your back, you know, so we always do that. And this year she and I both definitely got her stuff, and, like, everything said from me and her, and it was kind of funny. So, yeah. Oh my God. Farmer, do me a favor. If you need to get, well, shit, I guess counts. Everything's out. You can't do anything because of quarantine. Definitely look into some kind of grief counseling, Farmer. That is so traumatic, and that is so hard. I've dealt with that myself, and there's so many questions you have, you know, like, so the biggest thing is you can't blame yourself, and you, God, that one's really hard. I dealt with that last year. Didn't see it coming, you know, and it was horrible. She's buried in a church, like, about a mile away from here, and I would go talk to her all the time, just because I figure, well, she's here, she can't, like, tell me to shut up, so she's forced to listen to me if I come to her spot and talk her ear off. But that was really difficult, and you know what was even more messed up? When they wrote something in the paper or whatever about it, the newspaper fucked up, and they wrote closed for family only, and it wasn't meant to be that way. It was meant to be for everybody who wanted to come. There was, like, only a handful of people that showed up, and at first it was just me, the mother, her mother, and then, like, their neighbors or something. And then she tells me, oh, like, the paper screwed up, and I'm like, oh my God. So, like, I post some stuff on Facebook, because there were a bunch of people, like, writing all over her Facebook, you know, because, like, people will be like, oh my God, you know, if someone passes or whatever. Now, whether they come to the funeral, that's a whole other thing. But I posted something last minute, and people did actually show up. I sang at her service. Her mom asked me to do that. And it was kind of funny because she and I did a talent show together when we were really small. And I've always been a singer. And she, like, felt, I guess, like, she didn't think she was good. And I guess her mom had to pull her aside and tell her it's okay. Like, if Tracy thought you were bad, she wouldn't let you do the talent show with her, which is kind of slightly backhanded or whatever. But I thought it was funny when I was doing a song at her service, like, I totally screwed up. I'm like, there you go, Amanda, we're even. See, you thought you were going to ruin our talent show, and I ruined this, so I hope you're laughing. But it's hard to sing something straight when you're, like, emotional. Like, it's really hard to screw up a song, but we all got a good laugh out of that part. And, you know, it was really nice, the priest, a lot of Catholic religions will, I've been to funerals with people who've taken their own lives, and I've heard Catholic priests go on and on condemning them, like, oh, they're going to go to hell, like, in front of their friends and loved ones, and it's just really disgusting. And this guy didn't do that at all. At all. He basically was just like, you know, she felt like there was no other way, and, you know, we all wish that we could have been there to help her, to stop her. But, you know, like, it was not what I was expecting to hear from a priest. There's a lot of people who will just condemn you, you know, and, like, they don't really offer sage advice with that. And it's like, what is the word? I've done a whole video about this topic. What was it called? Disenfranchised grief, you know? Or people will say things like, oh, that's so selfish. Well, maybe for her, living was selfish. Maybe living, so, you know, we would be okay with it and not feel guilty because we didn't reach out or realize she was hurting. You know what I mean? So you can argue it both ways. I really hope, Farmer, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry, Farmer. I'm just saying, you know, if you guys were really close, when people go that way, it's really hard to wrap your head around, and you can't blame yourself, but don't be too proud to consider maybe therapy or even finding, like, support groups. Like, there's completely anonymous support groups, and maybe hearing other people's stories. Okay, see, here's the thing. We were having that whole, like, discussion about heaven and hell and blah, blah, blah. I think that if God was all good, right, and we'll refer to them as a biblical God, okay, I think that if he knew what was going to happen, no matter what, like with this whole Akashic record concept, you know, why would he make someone born to do that? Like, why wouldn't he intervene, you know? I think that if there is a place like that, I believe, yes, you know, even though there's some religions or some preachers who will say otherwise, I really think that at the end, when they came to that point that they felt like they had nothing else left, and that was the only way to stop hurting, they probably felt like a kind of burden. And, you know, that, I mean, it's a lot. I would imagine being in that position, you know, it's not something you just think of like on the fly. I think it's something you struggle with without the proper support system for a long time. And, you know, they were just at their wits' end, and it's awful. It's awful because if you're a friend or a family member of someone who does that, you just, like, you wish you would have known, or there was something you could have done. But sometimes there isn't. Sometimes people have severe circumstantial depression, and then sometimes people have chemical depression. You know, so we may never know, and that's kind of the hardest thing with that, is you don't quite get the closure you need. Sometimes they'll write notes that are even more traumatic, like if you see the note. My friend's note was really abstract, and like she may have even been drunk when she did it, and then a lot of scribbles, and then there was more of like her diary her mom wanted everyone to look at, which is like really self-loathing, just a lot of self-hate, and you could tell that this was happening for a long time. Now, her mom at one point said, oh, I wish, you know, if she had found Jesus, maybe, you know, she would still be here. And I'm like, I didn't want to say anything because I'm not going to like get in this whole semantics with her mother when she's burying her child. That would be a dick move of me. So I just said, yeah. I said, well, she's with him now, or, you know, whatever. But I was really happy that the priest at least had the decency to not, like, you know, go there with that. And it was just really sad, you know, because I remember we were friends, like really close friends in elementary school, and we had been in touch sporadically throughout the years after we grew up and everything. And I remember I had something really traumatic happen. I think it was like the day I quit dancing because I basically was attacked, robbed, and almost kidnapped. I had to roll out of the back seat before they got onto the freeway. And I was like really shocked because there were all these video cameras and no one wanted to cooperate with the police department to release it. So the people who did this essentially got away with it for good. They probably went on to do it again. It was 3 people, very orchestrated. And no one gave a shit because I was a stripper, you know? So it was like really fucked up. And I'm like whining about it on Facebook, on a Facebook Live. But I honestly had a lot of my dancer friends and stuff on there. And I really just wanted them to know what's up. Like, hey, it doesn't matter if you're at the nicest club, the most, you know, expensive club there is in the town. If it's like whatever, this is still a risk that you can or this is a risk that you're taking, and this is something that can happen. You know, oh no, I'm not biblical bashing. No, here's the thing. I think that I'm struggling with the thought that the biblical God is truly a good God. I think he condones and exercises a lot of evil and jealousy and severe, harsh punishment for very petty things. That doesn't mean that I'm shitting on the Bible entirely. Now, you're hearing this, I don't know when you just joined us, Brent Battlecam. Farmer, unfortunately, their friend, who he was saying was an alcoholic, took their lives recently. And I was just trying to give them some words of advice. It is a good thing for the dimension, but remember this argument, how I was saying, okay, if God knows everything that's going to happen, okay, then, and if us suffering, or if that's somehow supposed to make us a better person, if there's growth to be had, what about people who are murdered? What did they learn being murdered? And how did they grow from that murder? Also, children who die of horrific illnesses being really young. How did they grow? What did they learn? What was the point of that? So there's, you know, I actually have notes on that. But this is not what this stream was supposed to be. John Blessing, if you want to call in and have a virtual date, we can arrange that possibly. Do you have Skype? Okay. Okay, you know what? Simps, what do I smell like today? Okay, go ahead. You're probably going to write something. Do not write sour milk, because that's not true. Right, so by that argument, though, this biblical God cares more about the free will of a rapist or murderer than the victims. Right? That is insane. Oh, you don't? Do you have any kind of video, like, do you have Google Chat or whatever? Do you have anything like that? We'll only find out. Let's see. Oh, wow, that is incredibly racist. Mods. That's not nice. How do you know what that smells like? But what are the future plans? Okay, so there's moral evil, which is the evil committed on purpose by humans, and then natural evil, where we're not responsible, and yeah, natural evil like hurricanes, tornadoes, maybe earthquakes, severe, like massive earthquakes. So we're being tested for the future plans. Now here's what I don't understand is, so when God decided the earth is trash, everyone is awful, I'm just going to flood and reset, and Noah's family is going to repopulate the earth. No, they're not shorts. Thank you. I don't feel like closing my legs. I have really bad cramps, guys. So, okay, if God knew that we were going to, now you guys are just being ridiculous. If he knew that we were going to be bad and just awful people, like, what did we gain from the, okay, clearing the earth, flooding it, and then starting new with Noah? Well, even Noah's people are not good enough, apparently, because here we are sinning more and more and more and more, and, we have yet to be reprimanded for that. Or maybe we are. Maybe this is our suffering. But why hasn't he clean slate reset again? And if that's it, if he really just wants something to be all good, then why not just start the earth with Noah and his family? Well, no, we were explaining the difference between moral evil and natural evil. And some people are explaining their visions and or not visions, but their beliefs. I guess we're talking a theodicy. Yeah, and I'm not even saying those are inherently an evil thing. But some people will argue that, okay, if there is a God that's all-knowing and omnipotent and omnipresent, then they could control these things. Okay, so Autist Archive, the duality concept. Now that does make sense. That's a balance, give and take. Yes, Dimension. That is an argument we were kind of perpetuating the other stream. Yeah. Well, because it seems to be by the whole concept of free will. I do have Instagram. If he has the concept of free will, then it would seem that the free will of the rapist or murderer, it would seem that their ability to commit those heinous crimes is more important than the victim who has to endure those crimes. Now, when the rapist and murderer die and go to heaven, they can repent or accept Christ and apparently go to heaven. Now, that does not unrape the victim or unmurder the victim. It doesn't. And furthermore, if we don't have physical bodies with nerve endings and physical brains, how are we even feeling this suffering in this eternal inferno? Right, and then he wanted to make a serious, like hardcore, exaggerated example with Job, right? And God had put Job through a lot. He actually intervened with free will, causing all his livestock to die, his business to fail, his family to die, and God goes, "Hey Satan, you want to see something funny? This dude, this chump, this Job motherfucker, he is such a freaking fanboy for me. I'm gonna make him suffer even more, and he's still gonna love me. He's still gonna say my name." And even Satan's like, that's kind of fucked up, God. Like, why do this to him? He's suffered enough. Like, why? He's like, just because I can. Additional suffrage is put upon him, and then he still keeps praying. I don't know. He had nothing else, so fuck it. And eventually, he rewards him with a new family, and he kind of rebuilt his life, but it doesn't bring back his first children and his, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, Dimension. Exactly. Now, we were talking about practice girlfriends, and we somehow got back onto this topic. I don't mind. Okay, so here's another thing. If God had I will refer to them as the biblical God. Now, why not have why not have your book or your set of rules made clearly so people are not arguing about what religion's right and wrong? If you were, I guess, wanting to see the mayhem and murder, of course you would put stuff out there to make it so there would be multiple religions fighting over who's right. I don't know. Let's see, I'm pretty sure I had more notes here. No, I agree with you, Dimension. That's what I'm saying. Okay, a practice girlfriend is a girlfriend who does not reap the benefits of a person able to be fully present and provide a fulfilling relationship. Now, whether it's like marriage or something committed, it's basically someone who is emotionally or immature or emotionally unavailable. Generally, with being a practice girlfriend, the guy will seem potentially good enough, almost. Maybe a little time goes by and they'll be ready, or maybe they want to finish school or something like that. I agree. All right, Simps are doing something over there. I don't know. Anyways, I was going on a tangent somewhere. Okay, practice girlfriend. What am I forgetting? Okay, so I used a metaphor that one of my exes told me, and basically, they hadn't dated anyone in a while. They'd been kind of single for a minute, and so they kind of forgot what dating was like, I guess. And, you know, we broke up, whatever, it's fine. But when they were kind of telling me some things about them and their current girl, it sounded to me like they were this is not anyone that you guys know whatsoever, trust me. I'm not worried about that ex in particular. But yeah, this is one you guys literally have never heard of. But yeah, so they're telling me something and I'm like, oh my God, how do you have empathy now? Like, what the F? You didn't have that shit with me. And they're like, yeah, I guess, you know, you weren't that bad and I learned a lot from you. And I'm like, great. Like, I'm glad you learned everything from me so someone else can reap the benefits, but that's fine. It's whatever. No, this ex is not homeless. But yeah, so that was kind of funny. They explained, I think they meant to, I don't know what they meant, but they basically compared me to a car that parents of a teenager would buy for their new driver child. You're not going to get that car or that kid, you know, a freaking Ferrari. I mean, maybe if you're dumb, because as a new driver, what are you going to do with your first car? Is anyone still driving their first car, by the way, as an adult? Yeah, most of the time you're going to total it or something's going to happen to it and it's not going to be feasible to keep. But that's the point. You get a car to practice, to get used to driving, and, you know, driving's scary. And a lot of the times teenagers do get into stupid fender benders, you know. Hopefully nothing serious happens, but it's just kind of a thing. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, he kind of referred to me as like a practice car for a new driver teenager. And I was super offended. Bye, Farmer. Farmer, honestly, if you need anything, if you're struggling, like you want to talk, vent, anytime, just stay strong. Don't blame yourself. And I'm really sorry to hear about your friend. Seriously. You're here to snip. That's what's up. Do I live inside a former school bus? No, I do not. And actually, these curtains are not finished yet. Gotta do the curtains white. Yeah, no, this is not a school bus. No. Did I miss that? Oh, okay, I'm missing that. I think one of you was possibly considering calling in or something. Let me see what's going on Instagram here. I'll check that. I'm also doing my nails. Farmer, you can hit me up on Snap, honey. Here, I'll type my Snap in chat. Snap or Instagram, whatevs. Let me type this right now for you. Okay. I am on Snap a lot, though, so sometimes that's, like, the fastest way to get a hold of me. And then, Instagram. Oh, my God, Attila, no, I know. Attila, I saw your video. I saw your video and I like watched it for the first time while I was streaming, and I was actually like, of all the CX like, you know, adult content, I have to say you win. Yours is actually the best. Yours is pretty good. A lot of times guys will tend to have this really not so great face when they're coming to, and yours I think was actually pretty good. Like, I feel like maybe you'd practiced before or whatever. It's not my business. But, yeah, I was like, okay, this is, if guys looked this way while they did that, girls wouldn't be so weirded out of, you know, guys wanting them to watch them or something. Not trying to, like, shame anyone on whatever they're into. Apparently that's very, very common. But girls, we tend to think you guys look kind of silly because sometimes there's, like, demonic things that can appear, like, in your faces when you're doing that stuff. You know, and it's kind of scary. It's not really sexy. You notice a lot of times in videos, adult videos, they'll kind of cut away to, from the guy's face, you know, like, all right, okay, enough of that, enough of that, yeah, no, I was just saying, his wasn't bad. I mean, if you had to watch that or Blade for the rest of your life, yeah, we obviously know what the obvious choice is. Yeah. I'm sorry, Octus Archive, we'll move on. we'll move on. I just knew someone was going to say that, and I wanted to say that myself before, like, someone, like, took it out of context. So, bless you too, Farmer. Honestly, if you need anything, don't hesitate. I've been there, and I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry you're having to deal with that. Like, it's awful. It's really awful. And, you know, I found, like, talking to my friend, even though, you know, who knows what we get after this, I found just, like, talking to them seemed to help me, even though they can't really talk back. Just that kind of helped me with my grieving process. So, just some ideas. All right, there we go. Got some nails going on. Anyone else's girlfriend's nails look like shit because the nail salons are shut down? Mm-hmm. Yes, do it myself. Oh my goodness. All right. You know, I actually do a really, really great horse sound impersonation. You blow in your cheek and it's this thing. It's really, it sounds just like a horse. And I've never done it because of the troll. I might do it for you guys. I kind of need a new GIF. I'm not loving that one. Maybe we need something to cycle that through, but I can demonstrate it for you guys. A fan meetup, I might do that. We got to kind of grow the base a little bit, but I'm not opposed to that. That is definitely a possibility. Blow a bubble with your spit. I don't have enough spit right now, but I will work it up and then I will attempt. But you guys want the horsey sound imitation for your soundboards? Okay, it's not Bobby Dylan impersonation. Here we go. The mic's down here. All right, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, since you guys are going to clip this, I have to make sure my lighting's good and everything. Okay. Oh, my God. I don't know how that was. Did you guys... I tried to get close to the mic. I don't know if that... Do I have to do it again? Yeah, that's my horse impression. I don't want to close my legs. Don't use hands. Well, it's easier to block it. Okay. It sounds better if I actually block half my face. Yeah. Oh, man. There we go. Yeah, it actually is quite some skill to do that. I don't even know how the heck I figured that out, but I've been able to do that since I was little. It was probably some way to entertain my little sister, you know? Because I definitely have a lot of memories of doing that and her just laughing hysterically. So it was probably something trying to entertain her. But yeah, really anyone can do it. AC turning off sound. Okay, I do have a low fan going on. Oh, Darcy! I'm so glad you're here! I was just telling chat how I felt so pretty and I wanted you to come, like, tell me how hideous I am. So, I'm so excited, you guys. I knew she would come. I told you she would come. Yay! Darcy! Oh, well, Darcy, I stream just for you to troll me. I don't know if you knew that, but that's, like, literally my life purpose now. You trolling me. Welcome, Darcy. Oh, Simps, you guys are so on it. I love you guys. Yes, we have to make sure Darcy is totally welcome. There was actually a shirt. Oh, I see it right there. I'm going to grab it. Okay. I'm going to slowly hop over the microphone and lighting mess over here. Honey, your name is Darcy. How? I don't know anything about you. You only came into my life but a week or two ago. How would I know that? I don't know anything about you. I am so sorry for saying that. Okay? I will now refer to you as him. Okay? Maybe, Sims, if we could put welcome Mr. Darcy, so I can remember that, so we can put that to long-term memory that Darcy is a guy. That's fine. I just didn't know. But I did actually... Oh, that's cool. Okay, I love it. Awesome. You, Darcy, I know you, like, super hate me and stuff, but we are definitely very, trans, gay, all the letters friendly here. In fact, that's actually one of my rules with, my mods. I don't tolerate racism. I don't tolerate gay bashing, and nothing weird with kids. But you're allowed to hate on me all you want. But we definitely do a lot to shut that type of hate speech down. But Darcy, I want you to see something. When I was at my place in San Jose the other day, I was running out of wardrobe because all my wardrobe is pretty much here in Rona. And I had like a big shirt and I was like, oh, I'm going to cut it up and make it like ridiculous because why not? And it was the one time you didn't show up, but I wrote your name on it. Let me grab it. It's right here. Okay. Careful, simps. All right. Simps, don't cop a feel while I'm hopping over. That's super unprofessional. Thank you. You guys are pretty well behaved today. I'm getting a little nervous that you're going to do something absolutely terrible. Okay, let me see. I thought I saw this shirt. Maybe it's right here. Where did I see it? All right, I'm going to look for 2 more seconds. Otherwise, we're going back. I'm going to get back to the stream. Snaps. All right, you guys, I will find it when we take a break. But it's really good. Basically, I wrote like, I'll never be Darcy, like on one of the sleeves and stuff. Because it's true. Literally, I will never be Darcy. So, sit sideways here. Darcy, before you were in no troll, the topic tonight is actually practice girlfriends. And before you transitioned, did you ever date as a female? And if so, were you ever a practice girlfriend? Serious question. No, Darcy, I understand how that works, honey. I'm not being a hater. I'm actually very, I'm definitely very hip on that kind of stuff, girl. Okay? I'm sorry. I did not mean to call you girl. That's not how you identify. That was an honest mistake. Now, but I do want to know, when you were female, if you ever dated as a female, and if you ever felt like a practice girlfriend. I've been through that myself, and that's kind of the topic of tonight. And there can be practice boyfriends as well. You're basically being a seat warmer for your partner. And it sucks, you know, but this tends to be happening when we're dating people we see potential in, and am cool with, you know, people who are kind of ambiguous in that way. Like, I'm not tripping on that. Nah, it's definitely all love here, especially with, you know, with that kind of stuff. I'm definitely, I don't like the word tolerant, because that sounds like you're just putting up with something you otherwise would not. We are supportive of that here. At least I am. You know? So, no hate on that from me. And I think I want to tell you something, Darcy, even though you don't like me and all that, and that's fine. I want you to know that I sincerely think that your choice to... Oh, that's fine, honey. I'm not going to press you on that. I completely respect it. Say no more. That being said, though, I am really proud of you for taking the chance to transition and to become who you want to be and how you feel inside. Because I have a friend who's, you know, kind of midlife age, and they want to transition to a woman, but they feel like it's too late. They feel like their mother would hate them for it, and they're really, really struggling with that. Like, and I gotta imagine your choice to do that was probably difficult. I don't know how much support or not you had. Or whether that mattered or not to you, but at the end of the day, we want to be loved and accepted for who we are, right? But yeah, so my friend is very, very miserable because they never did that, and they feel like it's too late for them to enjoy life, and, you know, it's really, really difficult for them. And I just want to say, you know, I think it's awesome that you're living your life how you feel, and that you were brave enough to give that a chance. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. That's got to be difficult. That's definitely got to be difficult. I can only imagine. my friend has a ton of girl clothes, tons of makeup. Like their room is super girly. In fact, there was an upload I did maybe a month ago or something, talking about like doing a panty raid, like because there were clothes that they needed to get rid of that like just didn't look good or that were just not cute. So we were doing that together, and when we were done filming, they're like, just throw it away, I'm never gonna dress up. And I was like, no, that's not okay, hon. Like, I know, because they can't do it in front of their mom, and they live with their mom. Like, they had a house and everything, they got divorced, they lost everything, which happens with a lot of people. But they're kind of like isolating themselves and hermiting, and like whenever I come around, like we play dress up and it's whatever, and it's like I don't make them feel bad about it. Like, it's like, do you, girl? Oh, I'm so sorry, hun. I'm sorry. I can only imagine. And then you don't want there to be a tension between you and your mom. So yeah, sometimes that's the only way to do it. And whether he's doing that or not intentionally, who knows? But I think that's probably your best bet. It sounds like that way you're gonna have a better time with your mom. And that's probably really why you're there, to see your mom. Oh, that's weird, huh? I would say, yeah, the same, Darcy, but I can't, I don't know. Who knows? There's a meme I love, or not a meme, but it was this guy on Twitter. Let me see if I can still find it. He was basically talking about how, like, he can't wait for the nail salon to open up because his girl's hand is starting to look like his, because, he's so used to his girl being all manicured and stuff. And that shit blew up. It was funny. And so I at the time had like a single nail hanging, like still attached, like a single acrylic. And I'm like, bitch, I will cut you with this one nail. Like, you better get your girl's nails fixed, like, after talking all that shit. Oh my goodness, it was ridiculous. Let me see if I can find it. How long ago was this shit? I guess about ago. I don't freaking know. Alright, whatever. I'll find that some other time. Please twerk. I don't want to twerk right now. I got cramps. Thank you, Simps, for keeping my legs closed, because I can't do it. And not just because, like, I'm hurting for a squirting or nothing like that, but I got hella cramps, dude, and I keep balling up. Was that what I think I heard? Yeah, one of the Simps just fucking farted, and that's disgusting. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. That sucks. That must have been awful. I can only imagine. Well, like I said, the fact that you decided to be who you are and have that match the inside and outside, and the fact that you went through that whole process to change, that's very difficult to do. A lot of people are not able to do it, and they live very miserable lives. And then even after doing it, like you said, there's struggles with that, and I think that that's amazing that you still stayed true to yourself and no apologies, and you're, I think, adapting really well with that. Like you said, you're not going to let it come between you and your mother. Oh, awesome. We have the D-Live icons and stuff going on. That's awesome. We weren't getting those before. There's an orange. Yeah, the orange is because I can't keep my legs closed because I have really horrible cramps today. I'm trying, but like I get these cramps and then I just like bend down or whatever, or I'm like just fidgeting down here, and it's not cute. It's very unladylike. And I actually tried to set up so we're more this way. Did you move the camera? I feel like someone moved the camera. One of you. Just move it this way, guys. It's a little wider. Yeah, there we go. See, I was trying to have the camera more loungy. Oh, see, can we move the box? Everyone just got a freaking eye full of the Britney. That's what I call it, Britney. Do a Britney when you step out. and you don't cross your legs properly coming out of a car. Yep, that's the Britney move. Maybe I'll put shorts on. I don't know. All right, so practice girlfriend. How are you a practice girlfriend? How do you know? All right, well, you may, like I said, never meet their friends and family. You may only see them when it's convenient to them. They may demand the world of you and give you almost nothing in return. So everything they ask of you, the type of commitment they require from you, does not reflect what they're actually willing to do. They may have you doing things for them that... Oh, I did know you were trans, Darcy, but I didn't know everything about it. That's all I knew. Someone told me, hey, don't worry about Darcy. They're just hating because they're trans or whatever. That's all I heard. I didn't ask because I honestly had never seen you before, and I wasn't really, worried about just another troll in chat. Like, that's a pretty common thing for me. But one of my viewers, who is a longtime friend or whatever, they just happened to know, and that they just told me what was up. And I was like, okay, so if that's the case, like, that changed my whole perspective on it. Like, that's when I was like, all right, well, maybe they're struggling with something, maybe they're hurting. And, I didn't want to put that out there because I feel like, yeah, you're coming at me, but I don't know. I just because you're coming at me doesn't mean that I want to, like, destroy you as a person or bring up something in your life that was very difficult or traumatic. I just kind of left it alone a little bit, and I had no intentions of going there. Like, that was not an ammo thing. I think my friend or whatever was just trying to make me feel better about, like, what you were saying, even though I wasn't super worried about it, but they were looking out because someone was coming at me pretty hard. As you get older, almost every ex is bitter. As you continue to grow and better yourself, that's a great point. Whatever. Yeah, Darcy, so someone just told me that, and that was about it. That was all I know. And I was like, okay, I'm going to not really befriend, because I feel like, we weren't really that wasn't really a possible thing. I just wanted to let you know if you were hurting or lonely or felt different. Like, I know what that's like, not in a transitioning way, but I know what it's like to feel like you don't belong somewhere or people don't understand you. That part I do understand. I think maybe what you dealt with was quite a bit more difficult than my struggles in life, but I just wanted, to kind of, let you know that it's all good. And I'm not, bitter or angry that, you're coming at me for whatever reason. Just trying to take the high road with it. And it's all good. Like I said, you could still come tomorrow and be saying you hate me and I'm like the worst person ever. And, I'm still, I'm only going to have a little bit of fun with you. I'm not going to say something that's like completely horrible, Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I'm too fucking soft. Maybe that's why, like, the growth is not as substantial as I'd like. I need to just be a bitch and destroy people. What do you think, simps? I don't know what's censoring, honey. Oh my god. Ugh. How was that? Find it, fix it? God, that's awful. Man. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry. That's terrible. That's sad. I'm really sorry to hear that. What do you practice with a practice girlfriend? Well, you could practice. Do I feel overcompensate on femininity with dresses and stuff? Were you shamed for it growing up? Kind of seems like it. No, no, I was shamed because I loved performing so much. And I've always been over the top loud with the way I dress. Like, that is nothing new. I kind of find it fun. Oh my god, is this couch totally coming down? Oh, I think I have to stand up and fix it. Oh my god. Oh, that's terrible. Fix it. I'm so sorry. But no, I basically dress how I dress. Ooh, all right. Oh, Simps, you guys are so good today. Look at that. Nobody got a cooter shot. Nobody. All right, let me fix this seat cover because this actual couch is hideous and no one needs to see this. All right. There we go. I actually need something to like keep this up here because I hate how this slips all the time. All right. No, I just dress ridiculous and do my makeup crazy sometimes because that's I like expressing myself like that, you know? I don't know. I guess I'm just outgoing and eclectic, eccentric individual. And I guess I want to do my own thing. Like, I don't want to look like everybody else or whatever. How many calories do I manage to eat in a day? Today, I had a shit ton of bacon. What else did I have? A whole pack of Twizzlers watermelon licorice. What else did I have? I had 3 slices of pizza. And I had a plate of Del Mix taquitos. I think like 12 or so of those. So, I don't know. I would say definitely that's over 2,000 calories. I'd say I eat probably a little over 2,000 a day. But I tend to eat like smaller meals instead of big ones. Like right now I have horrible cramps, so I can't eat large meals because my stomach is already like, ugh. And it's not a bloating issue that I give a fuck about, because that's just going to happen. It's more like the actual weight of food to a certain point at this time makes my cramps even worse. So I'll just eat a ton of snacks, but I tend to be a snacker anyway. So it's funny, like, what did one person? Okay. So Simps were being cute today, and I was saying how we may have a open position for the Simp Squad, because one of them is like saying to me, oh, don't, what is it, vertical stripes, aren't you not supposed to wear that, you know, because doesn't the camera make them look bad, don't they make people look big? And so I tell one of my friends that, or whatever, and what did they say? Okay. Yeah, so, hold on. We don't want to dox their name. Ah! Okay. Wait. Oh, crap. There we go. They say, I've seen you eat. I've seen you eat. Yeah, and I don't think you could be fat if you tried. Okay. Yeah, so, wait. Yeah, I eat like crazy. I'm like, you'd never know. I guess my metabolism is still efficient, and when it gets to a point where it's not, I'll definitely intervene, you know, but I don't do anything to particularly stay this size, you know. Oh no, it's period cramps, honey. Oh my god, we gotta text him, someone don't matter. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so it's true. I eat a lot. I don't eat so much on stream because it's hard to talk with your mouth full, and I'll get excited about something, reading chat, and try to talk with my mouth full, and it's really unsavory. And apparently I eat like, you know. Oh, I have endometriosis. Oh, honey, you probably had endometriosis, for sure. That text was not from Keemstar. Oh my god, it was not. Ew, fuck you, definitely not. You know what, honey? Okay, so you definitely had endometriosis, if that's the case. So I have that too. And what endometriosis is, it's when you have cells that are supposed to just be in your uterine area, uterine lining and stuff. They go all over the place. There's even been endometrial cells found in women's brains. even. And so basically, like the uterine cells, these things will cramp and bleed just like the cells inside you, except they don't like come out. They're just like regenerating, cramping, bleeding every month. So, and like I said, they can be anywhere in your body. So for me, it's like the back all the way down to like here, just cramping, bleeding. And also it's usually too much of a hormone, progesterone, and that's the hormone that actually makes you cramp. You'll have that when you're on your period, obviously. You'll have that with contractions and labor. Basically, girls with endometriosis will have very labor-like cramping, and even like shakes and stuff. And it, for some girls like myself, even like the first couple days, you're just straight bedridden, and you can't do anything. Yeah, it can even be in your digestive tract too, and mess with your digestion and stuff. So yeah, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible, and it's not really well known. There's they don't know why it happens. They know it's autoimmune. That's about it. And some girls are like the tampon commercials. Tampon, yeah, I'm gonna like play and frolic, and I'm gonna like whatever, and it's great. Like, no, all periods are not that great just because you have a nice tampon that doesn't leak. No, some of us have really horrible periods, and it sucks because people will be like, you're being dramatic, you're being lazy, that's an excuse. Well, no, it really is a thing, you know? That's the worst, girl. Like, honestly, that's the worst. I will icy hot my whole body. What else? I'll have the heating pads. In fact, I might, well, the lights are so damn hot. I don't want to get too hot and sweaty with the heating pad, but I'll do that. Sometimes I'll take like, what do you call it? Silk, like strips of silk, and I will just tie, and, not to like suck. Well, it kind of like, sometimes when you have cramps, like sometimes something like compressing it, like compression socks or whatever, it relieves the throbbing part of it. Like sometimes I would do that. What else works? All kinds of like, okay, not just regular Tylenol, but there's another one that's good for swelling and inflammation. Maybe Advil or whatever. There's acetaminophen, and then whatever. But just like the over-the-counter ones, you take like one of all of them, one of all 3 or 4 that there are of the different type of medications, because one's good for inflammation, one's good for pain. Even though they're all supposed to do pain, it's like specific things. Yeah, ibuprofen, muscle relaxers, yeah, they're the worst. They're absolutely the worst. Oh, okay, thank you, Simps. Nobody likes hearing about my period. Well, what, do you want to hear that I'm pregnant? How about that? That's the other alternative. Okay, Simps. Okay, definitely, yeah. I mean, I hate periods, but, it is a good, okay, yay. But ladies, if you're ever late for your period, what would you do? What can you do to make sure you get it? Otherwise, unless you are pregnant, that would be more interesting. I was pregnant. Okay, well, you know what? I'm not. And I'm not going to like fake a pregnancy for views. Okay? But I'm not opposed to that if I get really desperate. Well, right. Simp 2, write that down. Oh, yeah. Exactly. That's why, that's why I was saying, I'm sorry, Darcy, that's why I would do literally from the boob down to like about my knees here, completely covered in icy hot. Completely. Yeah, it's the worst. And sometimes birth control pills can kind of cover up the symptoms and stuff. Sometimes it can help. But yeah, it's awful. And there is a procedure for it, but it doesn't like fix it permanently. It's just like a temporary Band-Aid, and then it'll grow back with a vengeance. It's awful. Yes. Okay, Simps, are you okay? Simps are really uncomfortable with period talk because they're. Let me see it. Okay, Simps, no, the camera can't see, but can we see a show of hands of who's a virgin? Oh, wow. Okay, all but one of the Simps are virginal, and I feel like when you're a man-child and you.
need to keep it on the low. Just be ready, baby, when I say go. I see you over there, you're looking fine as hell. You wanna play too, as far as I can tell. I got room keys to the hotel. Let's go back to my...
Okay, guys, sorry about that. That may have been a little too far, but my point was, okay, because one of them was typing, ew, no one cares, we're grossed out, and I had to confirm my thoughts, which was, okay, probably the Virgin Squad, you know, which is way more derogatory than Sim Squad, by the way. You know, yeah, you're going to be grossed out by periods because you don't understand that it's like a great thing for a girl to get it, even though, you know, it is somewhat unsightly. Once you grow up and you stop being ridiculous, you can actually like benefit from that if you take care of her, whether she has endometriosis or not. Just, you know, be like there and like sensitive and, you know, like try to comfort her. Like that will pay off for you, because some guys are not willing to do that, and they'll be like, yo, okay, just go in your Tibetan bleed tent and I'll see you in a week. And that's like really lame. You know, that kind of reaffirms the thought that, oh, maybe he just wants me for one thing, you know, if that's the case. So yeah, simps, you're gonna have to get used to periods if you ever want to get laid. Okay? Ugh. Anywho, I forget what I was saying, Darcy. They're just being ridiculous. Let's see. I think we were talking about practice girlfriends. The RV is what? The RV is Tibetan. Oh my God. First of all, this is set. This is set. Thank you very much. Yes, I do have an RV. It is a fifth wheel. It's pretty big. And, well, yeah, pretty much, Darcy. Well, they're all simps in the fact that they're working for a percent of donations. Last night they went home with like a couple bucks, like literally like $1 each, because they get a percent, and we got one donation. But you know, other nights, like how tonight's going, they're going to go home with nothing. So in a way they are simping. But one, yeah, all but one are incels, on the technicality that someone allowed them to have sex. I don't know the circumstances under which that would happen. Well, right. Well, simps basically are like sidelining, thinking that they're ever going to have a chance, but they're not. Yeah, the simps never hit. They never get that. Or maybe they can, but it's a rarity. It's a rarity. It's like, you know, but you can't be a simp and cry about it. Being a simp is a lifestyle choice, in my opinion. Yes, it is. But women can simp too. I've definitely talked about my simping days, and that shit is over. My simping days may even parallel my practice girlfriend days. You can be a practice girlfriend even if, say someone doesn't want something serious with you, and you're okay with that because you're just going to flex on them your girlfriend skills, and, you know, maybe one day they'll be about it, and they're never about it. Well, that was me simping. Yes, it was. Because... Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. Well, and the problem with incels is they feel entitled. They feel that everyone deserves a beautiful girl who's just going to throw herself at him and just give it to him all the time. And they just feel that it's like that they're just entitled to it. That's a problem. Wear a tiny top hat, please. I'm trying to think if I have one. I'm back at set, guys, and then Rona's where all the clothes, wardrobe, makeup stuff is. I'm thinking, do I have... Oh, I have been a practice girlfriend. Not lately, but I have in the past. I may have a top hat that I can find for you. I definitely have a purple one. I have a purple one somewhere. Okay, so yeah, we're talking about practice girlfriends. There can be practice boyfriends too, although the pathology and the purpose of practice on either or is totally different. Oh, hi, CX News. Are you here to clip? Clip. Yep, you missed the horse impersonation I did. That was amazing. Hi, Super Mariano. How are you, honey? I haven't heard from you in forever. This is a Battlecam OG up in here. We have a Battlecam royalty up in here. No, that's not what? No. A practice girlfriend is not an escort. A practice girlfriend is essentially a female simp. It is a female who is in a one-sided relationship with a guy who does not introduce her to friends and family, who keeps her at arm's length, okay? And who basically does everything, sees the potential in this guy, and is not treated properly. They're basically just a seat filler, a space keeper, a space warmer. They're a product of rejection, and they also tend to have social issues. And I guess maybe they were rejected a couple times, and one or a few times were incredibly traumatic, and they were not able to heal from that. And because of that, they kind of maybe got worse with their whole approaching women and all that. And yeah, they see everyone else around them who's like whatever, basic, not even Chad, right? Because you have the two extremes. You have the incels and you have the Chads. They see normal people who they think they're so much smarter or more attractive than, and they're like, well, why are they getting laid and I'm not? And so they start to get angry because they feel that they're entitled. What are we having? Okay, I don't even know what's happening, guys. Well, no, women can't be incels, but women can simp. Well, you know what? I was actually on. I don't even know what they're doing right now. Okay. Okay. Is this a foot cam, guys? What's happening? Nothing. Okay, nothing's happening. Okay. Is this a cramp cam? Women can definitely be simps. Now, I joined because I'm really fascinated with the whole simp incel stuff. He's doing good, thank you. Let's see. Okay, I actually joined a Discord called Forever Alone. And they do feature the female incels there. So let me find this. Okay. Oh, sweet. I got invited to like a metaphysical type Discord. Sweet. Okay, we will get into that another time. Let me find the Simp Squad, Simp Nation incels. Let me find this. Okay, here we go. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, wait. Okay, it's called Forever Alone. I found this via Reddit. Okay, well, I think because it's so easy for females to get laid. Oh my god, no, that is not happening, Fizzlestein. That is hilarious, but that's definitely not happening. Surprisingly, there are female moderators on this Forever Alone Discord. Let's see, there's quite a few people on here. They're super shy. Like, I actually have had a few VCs with these people, and I found a subgenre of incels that are not angry having these, like, making these manifestos, and they're not, like, there are a percent of them that, like, idolize these guys who, like, go mad and go postal and on murderous rampages. That is a percentage of them think those guys are heroes. What are we doing? What is with the foot cam? Okay, I don't even care. But then I'm so distracted by whatever these idiots are doing. And then you have another percent that are just lonely. They want to feel that love and affection and appreciation. They want to feel part of something, but they don't feel like entitled to it. Like they're not like gonna rape if given the chance. Like they still seem to have some moral code. Well, here's the thing: if your self-esteem is absolute trash, and if you're not used to dating decent guys, you can come across what I'll call like a covert fuckboy, or a low-key fuckboy. And these are the types that are not bad in the sense that they are directly horrible to you, or they ruin your life, or whatever. They basically just kind of slow fade you. They will, what else? Like, they basically treat you like an option, but when you are together, they're so everything you're not used to, And you think, okay, well, maybe I just wait around and eventually they'll want to lock it down, or eventually they'll consider something serious. They're just not ready at this time. And if you're simping as a female, you'll make up all the excuses in the book why they're doing this. And you're basically lying to yourself. You'll find that you're so anxious whenever you get a text from them because you're like, oh my God, I can't text back right away. I feel too desperate. True. But yeah, okay, now we're getting too much into semantics. But let me see. I'm on the Forever Alone Discord right now. I'm going to go in FA chat, see if anyone joins. I don't think they will. Mute my mic for now. I'm just going to hang around and chat and see if anyone pops in there. Well, that's what's up, Darcy. Maybe you could put me on game so I don't be doing that bullshit. Yeah. Marcy, never simp. That's good. I'm glad you have that self-worth and those standards set for you. It's pretty embarrassing. I'm not proud of my simp days. I don't know that anyone else is going to join. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, they're too shy. It's not going to happen. Alright, let's see. Ooh. Guys, we haven't been including Discord links because we're still having weirdos like posting stuff and sending weird stuff, so we're just kind of locking that down momentarily or temporarily until like they stop with that nonsense. Alright, let's see what else. Oh damn, everyone's on this one. Let's see what they're saying.
Seven, nobody misses me.
Here's another sex worker.
I don't even have any messages.
And look on your Snapchat, you'll see my cock and balls.
Enough of that. Alright. Good stuff. Okay. Oh my God, I've been looking down bullshitting on my phone. Okay, snap me what they're doing. Oh, that's awesome. Hell yeah. Sick beanie bro, screenshot, let me know what they're doing. Let me know. Alright, let's see. Let me see if I can scroll up on chat a little bit here. I didn't mean to ignore your comment. What at the very top, what does it say? Hold on, I'll pull it up here. I got a lot going on. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to I'm usually pretty good about chat. And I've responded to a lot of your stuff. I'm sorry I missed the one. Oh, let's see. Oh, I'm not going to see it on here because fucking it's Twitch. Alright, someone from Twitch is on me. I'm sorry, bruh. Is this the simp stream? Yes, it is. Matt MC face stab. I'm sorry, honey. Let me show you guys what I have over here for chat because I'm this freaking blind even with my brand new glasses. Okay, look at this is how it works. Just so everybody knows. Let me do it like this. Okay. All right, so I'll show you guys. Look at how massive these comments are on this screen. All right, so this is a normal size laptop screen, full window, and that's how I'm viewing the comments. That's how I'm viewing the comments basically, and they sometimes move too fast, and I miss them occasionally. So I'm sorry for that. I'm doing my best to keep up. All right, let's see. We had some over here. Oh, where'd it go? Okay. Oh my God, is this not working? Okay, this is a problem with my nails. Okay. TTS always gets through. Thank you, Simps. this one. Whoops. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, is being a simp bad, and if so, why? Okay, you know what? As I cue this up, let's get into that. All right. I would say it's a one-sided thing, much like this whole practice girlfriend, starter girlfriend, seat warmer girlfriend is. It's bad in the sense that Darcy, thank you for that, honey. We're definitely going to have some type of Nightbot rebuttal for that. I'm going to program that just because you did that. Okay, it's going to be bad in the sense that a simp, by definition, is going to... This is above and beyond white knighting. You're going to be so gung-ho for said girl that she's going to realize you're very easy and you're very interested. This can be used for evil very easily. This can be manipulated. You can find yourself doing things for this girl to impress her or be of use to her. However, she may never reciprocate the feelings that you have, that you are looking, to maybe turn into something else. And what you'll think as a simp is, if I'm just here drying her eyes while she's crying over these jerks treating her wrong, one day she'll see the light and she'll want me back, or she'll feel grateful for me. Well, maybe, but probably not. Probably not. So that's really what we're talking about with the simp stuff. How much for bouncy? I don't know. TTS is pretty cheap right now. It really... okay, wow. All right, I guess we have a foot cam for whatever reason. My goodness, all right. So now I have to actually keep a foot there for that. Oh, my God. Simps, you are ridiculous. Y'all are freaking insane. Okay. To bounce for 2 minutes. If you want me to bounce for 2 minutes, I'm going to need like $10 because I got cramps right now. If you send me $10, which the simps will all get a little bit of that, I'll do it for 2 minutes. And this will definitely shake. Close-up splits. Splits I have to warm up for, and I have to move a bunch of crap, so splits are going to cost more. Splits are going to be $15 because that's going to be a whole thing. Yeah. All right. We're going to get into this momentarily here. Okay. Just go premium. That is also a possibility. Okay, hold on. Let's find what we were looking for. Hit me up on Snap about it. So you may compare your starter practice girlfriends as I guess there's multiple definition. Some will refer to them as girls who maybe they're not generally attracted to, but they don't want to be bad in bed with girls that they are. So they will use a girl who they're not attracted to practice and perfect their sex skills, apparently. Another definition is basically a girl who is super into you, thinks it's real, but you're not into them that way. But again, you just want to figure the whole dating semantic stuff. So when you do find the right girl, you can woo her, manipulate her. And then the third definition would be maybe like high school stuff, Why am I ignoring your comment? 1 second, honey. I didn't see it. I can see it on my phone, I think. Got a lot going on here. Sorry. All right, let's see. Whoop, let me pull it up. I'll see it in a second, Darcy. Okay. Wow, why did YouTube crash? Weird. Okay. What's up? Go to your channel and stream your official Blade 2 trailer. Okay, we can check that out. Write your channel. Is it this actual channel? We can probably check that out and play that. Let me see. Let me, It's this one? Alright, let me see. Alright. Is it, how do we find the video? Is the video easy to find? Like, is it your last upload? Okay. If you want to be my #1 simp, dude, hit me up on Snap, and we'll see what's up about that. All right, Darcy. All right. The Sim Chronicles. Okay, awesome. Love it. Love it. Guys, we're going to premiere a trailer for the Sim Chronicles. I'm going to check out some of Darcy's video editing skills as well. Do we got to charge the mouse? That may be the case. Alright, go ahead and put that on a charger, guys. See if that one charger works if I have to switch out this one or whatever. Because that may be the case. You may have to charge the mouse. Alright, momentarily, Darcy, they're going to cue that up, but my mouse is dead. In the meantime, alright, I'll get this going. No, we are going to show it on stream, honey, but my mouse for my Mac over there, which they're running the OBS. Over here, I only have chat in my notes.
To keep it on the low, just be ready, baby. When I say go, I see you over there, you're looking fine as hell. You wanna play too, as far as I can tell. I got room keys to the hotel. Let's go back to my sweet promise, I won't kiss and tell. And bring your boys with ya so we can take a picture. Let's play spin a bottle after we drink it all up and flip a coin, head or tails. It's where you cannot. What? Decorate my face and the whole place. Let's get so high we be fucking in outer space. You down with freaky shit, I can roll with it. Feeling so hot, I let the whole team hit it. I got whips and chains, let's play the pain game. I'll shackle that bitch ass till you scream my name. I cream up your whole face, make your taste below my waist. Bust a nut till you can't see straight. The bed is rocking, my Gucci is popping. Flip my ass over, keep going no stopping. To smack my ass around, want me down to the ground and do me doggy style, like the dog pound. Wanna fuck? Choke on your dick. Juicy long, super thick. Got a mouth full of it. Stroke that shit with my tits. Pull it out and leave that candlestick. Open up real wide, fill my cavity quick. You stuck in my throat, I can't say shit. You behind my tonsils cause there's no room for it. Crazy as fuck type bit, I'm drowning in my spit. baby. When I say go, I see you over there, you're looking fine as hell. You wanna play too, as far as I can tell. I got room keys to the hotel. Let's go back to my sweet promise, I won't kiss and tell. And bring your boys with ya so we can take a picture. Let's play spin the bottle after we drink it all up and flip a coin, head or tails. It's where you cannot, what? Decorate my face and the whole place. Let's get so high we be fucking in outer space. You down with freaky shit, I can roll with it. Feeling so hot, I let the whole team hit it. I got whips and chains, let's play the pain game. I'll shackle that bitch ass till you scream my name. I cream up your whole face, make your taste below my waist. Bust a nut till you can't see straight. The bed is rocking, my Gucci is popping. Flip my ass over, keep going, no stopping. To smack my ass around, roll me down to the ground and do me doggy style, like the dog pound. Choke on your dick. Juicy long, super thick. Got a mouth full of it. Stroke that shit with my
All right, so we are back. We're getting that queued up. We had to screen it. We're good with that. And now we're going to try to put it up in there. Whoop.
Right, so we have
Done with that playback. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Guys, we're talking about being practice girlfriend or practice boyfriend. It's not a good feeling. Some people maintain that position with everyone they date, and it can be various reasons. Some people just lack the long-term potential, and okay, here's the thing. I feel like with girls, generally speaking, God, we're so romanticized, right? All these love movies, or these rom-coms, romance novels. There's like something to be desired from these potential guys who in the films and in the books like get it together and they're amazing and whatever, it pays off for them. But these are fiction, generally works of fiction in which this happens. And so this teaches us to be like ride or die for guys that we should not even give a second of our time to. That devout loyalty will become one-sided, until the guy is just, okay, I've got my use out of this, or someone better comes along, so they're going to upgrade, right? And that sucks. It also can happen when we're giving a guy, oh, they're still working on it, babe. When we're giving a guy girlfriend or even wife perks without that title. So you can have someone who has made it clear to you, hey, I can't do anything serious right now. And unless you really are on that same page, you may think you can handle it. I'm not saying girls can't, because we can. But somewhere along the lines it may get complicated. So you may agree to something like that, and then come to find out, oh, I like this guy, shit. So you think if you just show off, if you just, show them all your domesticated skills, all these things about you that are totally different than their ex, and hopefully you're not acting, hopefully this is genuine and something you can actually duplicate consistently beyond the duration. You're giving them all these privileges, and they're doing nothing for them. They're doing nothing in return. And in fact, they tend to do less and less as time goes by, and you still try to give them the benefit of the doubt. You think, oh, they'll come around, but actually they're realizing they can still get what they want, and they literally have, you know what I mean? Oh, it's the wrong one? That's the only one we saw. I don't see another one. Oh, number 2? All right, well, we're going to play this one to see how it works. Let's see. I'll find number 2. My bad. All right. All right, yeah, it's the next. If you go to her page and then go... When you go to her page, it'll be the 3rd video. Number 2, yeah. I guess it's... All right, so scroll down. It'll be the 3rd one. Yes, that's it. I'm going to see if I'm getting the sound on my end. It might be muted. Alright, so I'm queuing this up. Okay. Alright, so this is how we're gonna have to do it. So.
Oh my god, I caught that so quick.
Drunk bitch trying to fucking ruin my life and shit, dude. I didn't do shit. I said it.
Let's address it.
I got raped.
She was falling asleep. I had to make her sleep because she was having a lot of trouble, problems with the army.
You've been raped.
Hi guys, I'll be right back.
Awesome. So, the Groper Chronicles. That was pretty good. I had to play the sound from my device. So, if it was a little out of sync, that was my bad. But thank you for sharing that, Darcy. That was pretty awesome. I liked your editing in that. You know, I was going to do some type of... I had questions for Gucci's, and I'm wondering if she'll talk to us. I think, are we, Simps, is it your break time yet? Are you guys whining? Are you hungry? What's going on? Okay, Simps are fucking bitching. I gotta feed these guys. Guys, go to the waiting room, go to IP2, find somewhere to entertain yourself for a half hour, 45 minutes or so. We'll be back. I'm gonna see if maybe Gucci's will talk to us, because I've always wanted to hear her side. And, yeah, so maybe we can get her to call in or whatever. Guys, remember, get on the Snap at TMB Official. That's TMBOFFICIAL. You can play the game along at home if you want to. I'll probably be playing the game next round. Do I want to kiss Gucci's? I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about that. Maybe, maybe not. It's a maybe. It's a maybe. But I do want to hear her side of the story. Maybe she'll be willing to talk. But don't hold me to that. This just kind of popped in my mind because we were talking about serial groping. All right, guys. So hang tight. We'll see you back in a few. All right. So
as far as I can tell, I got room keys to the hotel. Let's go back to my sweet promise, I won't kiss and tell. And bring your boys with ya so we can take a picture. Let's play spin the bottle after we drink it all up and flip a coin, head or tails. It's where you cannot, what? Decorate my face and the whole place. Let's get so high we be fucking in outer space. You down with freaky shit? I can roll with it. Feeling so hot, I let the whole team hit it. I got whips and chains. Let's play the pain game. I'll shackle that bitch ass till you scream my name. I cream up your whole face, make your taste below my waist. Bust a nut till you can't see straight. The bed is rocking, my Gucci is popping. Flip my ass over, keep going no stopping. To smack my ass around, want me down to the ground and do me doggy style, like the dog pound. Wanna fuck? Choke on your dick. Juicy long, super thick. Got a mouth full of it. Stroke that shit with my tits. Pull it out and lick that candlestick. Open up real wide, fill my cavity quick. You stuck in my throat, I can't say shit. You behind my tonsils cause there's no room for it. Crazy as fuck type that, I'm drowning in my spit. get mine, no need to keep it on the low. Just be ready, baby, when I say go. I see you over there, you're looking fine as hell. You wanna play too, as far as I can tell. I got room keys to the hotel. Let's go back to my sweet promise, I won't kiss and tell. And bring your boys with ya so we can take a picture. Let's play spin the bottle after we drink it all up and flip a coin, head or tails. It's where you cannot, what? Decorate my face and the whole place. Let's get so high we be fucking in outer space. You down with freaky shit, I can roll with it. Feeling so hot, I let the whole team hit it. I got whips and chains, let's play the pain game. I'll shackle that bitch ass till you scream my name. I cream up your whole face, make your taste below my waist. Bust a nut till you can't see straight. The bed is rocking, my Gucci is popping. Flip my ass over, keep going, no stopping. To smack my ass around, roll me down to the ground and do me doggy style, like the dog pound. Wanna fuck? Choke on your dick, juicy long, super thick. Got a mouth full of it. Stroke that shit with my tits. Pull it out and lick that candlestick. Open up real wide, fill my cavity quick. You stuck in my throat, I can't say shit. You behind my tonsils cause there's no room for it. Crazy as fuck type that, I'm drowning in my spit. To keep it on the low, just be ready, baby, when I say go. I see you over there, you're looking fine as hell. You wanna play too, as far as I can tell. I got room keys to the hotel. Let's go back to my sweet promise, I won't kiss and tell. And bring your boys with ya so we can take a picture. Let's play spin the bottle after we drink it all up and flip a coin, head or tails. We decorate my so hot, I let the whole team hit it. I cream up your whole face, make your taste below my waist. Bust a nut till you can't see straight. The bed is rocking, my Gucci is popping. Flip my ass over, keep going, no stopping. To smack my ass around, roll me down to the ground and do me doggy style, like the dog pound. Wanna fuck?
We're back. Alright guys, we good? No more complaining, everyone's full. All that noise. Okay. So, back to the whole practice girlfriend concept. Did I miss anything in chat, by the way? Okay, the shrug I'll take as a no. Alright, so we're talking about how to know. My Spanish is not that good. If someone could translate what Tobias is saying, that'd be wonderful. Okay, how do you know if you are a practice girlfriend or even a practice guy? Some of these rules apply to everyone. Another way to know is the person, oh, thank you, Sean Face. You never know which way it's going. They're either ambiguous about it or they will just dodge the question altogether. It can take you a very long time to realize what simple creatures, well, this applies more to if you're a practice girlfriend with a guy, how simple creatures men can be. If a man wants a relationship with you, he'll say it and he'll make it happen. He might do it very awkwardly, no matter how shy, busy, quiet, old, young, experienced they are, or inexperienced. The words will come out of their mouth. If they've been seeing you for a little while, oh, thank you, David. Thank you, honey. If they've been seeing you for a little while and they want to make sure that they're the only ones, they will establish that this whole thing going on between you two is exclusive. If that's what they want, they will bring it up. They're not going to be shy about it. Okay, at the very least, it will be typed out in a corny email or text, maybe written on a card, some piece of paper, but it's going to come out. Some guys may think making things official is too corny and movie-like, so they might prefer to just ease things and let them progress naturally, but it doesn't matter. A conversation will come up. You won't ever have to be like, what are we? You know? Also, ladies, I would hold off on that conversation for at least... No. Practice girlfriend is not a sugar daddy thing. Quite the contrary. A practice girlfriend is basically a girl who's ride or die for a guy who never sees her for anything beyond... Oh, it's Portuguese? Oh, I'm so sorry. I feel dumb. Okay, someone translate the Portuguese for me. I do not speak Portuguese. Or you, Tobias, because you are clearly bilingual. Thank you. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll find out. I tried to reach out over the break and I haven't heard back yet, so we can get into all that if she's willing to call us. It's called practice because this person is a time filler, a seat warmer, I'm bored and I don't want to be alone. Thank you. Let's hear a pimp's prayer. All right. Thank you. Okay. But it can be it can be really like, man, some people just want the best of both worlds and they want to, without fully committing in words, they want to have someone who's extremely committed to them. So, all you have to do is bring up the subject and they'll immediately confirm that you're their girl. Think about it. As soon as Adam realized Eve was the one for him, he said it paraphrased. Yeah, nah, just kidding. We're not reading that part. Okay, number 2, you're a secret. Oh, we've already kind of gone over this. Oh, thank you, Lobat. I don't know why something is still... I thought I fixed that. Okay. You're a secret. You don't know his friends. You don't know his family. You probably come around at a really weird time. No. Lilith isn't mentioned here. Although Lilith is a practice girl. Thank you for that, Simps. You were paying attention the other day. Oh, I'm so touched. Yeah, no, that wasn't about Lilith. Okay, to go back to that. It says, Adam realized Eve was the one for him. He said it, paraphrase. The men said, now this bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh, she shall be called woman because she is taketh out of man, which is bullshit. Whatever. She was a demon. She was. And we had a whole, 3-4 streams about that crap. We're trying to keep it non-biblical. Have no idea you exist, then smell trouble and run. Okay, that's a red fucking flag. Sometimes issues like tribe and family politics prevent men from introducing women to their families. But if he meets his best friend every week for a chat and they have no clue who you are or you've never met them, then chances are things are headed nowhere. If his boys do not have the slightest inkling that you captured his fancy, then consider a serious possibility you have not. You are just filling some kind of void, some kind of time, space. Yeah, okay. If you mention the future, this is number 3, this is very important, write this down. Your response will be a freak out, a fight, or ghosting. What else does it say? Freeze up, vagueness, all of those things. Watch them closely as you bring up the future. If their face seems to say, who, us? When you use a sentence, that the word us, as if words like we are banned, then it's time for a DTR. He rubs the back of his neck uncomfortably. He's like, yeah, look at the time. You know, he's gonna dodge it. He's gonna get mad. He's if he's a player, he might like bullshit you in a type of ambiguous way, or you know, there's a bunch of ways he can react to it. But essentially, he's not gonna confirm any future, or he may give you the open-ended, you know, super like, what the fuck do you mean? We'll see. We'll see. Now that is breadcrumbing, by the way. Anyone who's been paying attention, you can add that to your breadcrumbing notes. Let's cross that bridge when we get to it. Yeah. It's not going to happen. Alright, so. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. You know, I know a lot of married people who are loving it and a lot who are not loving it and keeping up appearances. Okay, here's another one. So say they're not directly introducing you to their friends and family and colleagues, coworkers, classmates. Hi, Tim. But say you guys are out and about. Say one time he wants to, and this is girlfriend, and then he'll immediately time or bullshitting back and forth about something. My link to my YouTube, but yeah, so it's going to be super weird if you bump into someone they know. They're super weird. They may even, going to have to fucking work some magic to make sure that person doesn't go and rat you out or say anything, right? They just want to make sure it's clear that you're not special, that there's nothing interesting, and that's why realization with this, you both do everything on to like always work for him. So he's only available after everything important is willing to accommodate you. Like say you're always available, throwing your ass at him, and then one day you really can't, and you're even contemplating like flaking on something very important, but ultimately you can't. And if you're that fucking pathetic, you might even cancel or screw yourself over, go see him, and then fuck up what you have planned the next day, or flake on something that you really shouldn't. That's not okay. No matter how busy a man is, he will make time for you. And I've said this. I've dated CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, and nobody in the world is that busy. Nobody. You make time for who you want to make time for. Even if you're hella busy, you'll make it happen. Even if it's just a little bit here and there. Nobody is like that busy. I'm sorry. Is that what? Oh, Tim, I am just talking about being a practice girlfriend. How to know if you are and how to not be one. And then, is that content? I can't tell. No, shit, me neither. I'm going to have to get on it. But thanks for coming back. The rest of the content must be terrible if you made a full cycle through. Alright, if he never texts first, never calls first, never initiates dates, or if he shoots your ideas down, and then suddenly wants to hang out because his cousin's, you know, shit fell through, didn't work out. Thank you, Ghost, for the follow. Yeah, so if you're like a backup plan, it'll become pretty clear that that's the fact, especially if he only calls you past a certain time. Well, obviously then you're only a hookup, but yeah, both of the above. So a man who's committed to you will always make time for you and be concerned and sensitive and fair with your, you know, your time, your priority break text. It's really not that hard. So if that's not happening, you are being slow faded out, and you are a practice girl. And there's probably another girl. There could be another girl. I'm doing good, thank you. How are you, Tim? You pay for all your dates. Oof. Oh. Can't relate. Okay, no, just kidding. I haven't done this in a while. But yeah, so, well, yeah. this was more of a thing like when I was in serious relationships with some people, not recently, but like I want to say back in LA, there were quite a few fucking lames, and I would say it wasn't necessarily like paying for dates, because that didn't happen, but like all their bullshit I ended up paying for. I'm not saying that guys have to pay for everything, or that move on. All right. Now, number 7, this is very confusing. If you're actually ever introduced to his social circle, if there's like a party or something he can casually involve you in, he wants to hang out with his friends too. So we'll be reasonable and we'll give him like, you know, a reasonable amount of time to kind of make appearances, do his rounds, say hey to everyone. But if you happen, he ain't feeling you like that, because when guys are, they're going to want to show you off. They're going to want everyone to know that's your girl. So pay close attention if you actually go out to a social setting with in his life. Maybe coworkers, siblings, friends, whatever, any type of girl in his life. If you're seeing the same kind of affection, closeness to every girl, then evidently he's not committed to you, girl. Yeah, you're just passing the time. You're just Tuesday. So whatever issues are causing him to act like this are probably not your problem. And save yourself the hassle and just move on, because, yeah, that's not gonna change. And I'm not talking about being jealous that he has other girlfriends. Let's like differentiate from those two. But you know when, like, I don't know. Some people flirt a little bit, sense like some type of low key like stuff that maybe happened between someone. I don't know. That's just weird. But if it's like that with every girl that comes around, then yeah, he's a player, and you're just there, and he's gonna play your ass too. Matter of time. You're never acknowledged. He might dodge you. Like, if he's far enough away to where he can like run the other way, you know, he can like avoid it, and he does, and you know damn well he's looked you dead in the eye and just doesn't acknowledge you. Yeah, you're nothing. You're just letting him skeet up in you, and it's not gonna change beyond that. Okay, he insists on the ultimate test drive, and the only way to determine if their love was real was with sex. Okay, so I'm not saying be chased or, you know, wrap it up. Chased to get cats. Why do I get cats? Blames you, then yeah, you are in no way obligated to fulfill that. Thank you, plug. Thank you. I did. Today was all right. How about yourself? Did you call? Everyone call their moms? It's not too late. If you fucked up, call your mom right now. Come back to the stream. We'll be here. Yeah, so if a guy's pressuring you to do stuff that you don't want to do, obviously, he's never done before. Oh, he'll definitely want me. He'll definitely see long-term potential in me. No, you'll just be that girl who he did that thing with, and that's it. Just because you're willing to... kind of talking about this, but I got slightly off topic in the beginning when we were talking. Someone was like slightly slut shaming and asking when I was going to be like respectable and this and that, and then I'm like, okay guys, let's talk about the pathology of the girls who, you know, just throw themselves at guys who are seeking that, you know, showing their love and getting attention through their sexuality. Like, why do you think girls do that? And they guessed, they were guessing like daddy issues, self-esteem, and a couple other things, which more or less are fundamentally why. But it's really, if you don't get that attention, and you just want attention, and you want love, that's your only way that you see, and with those kind of, experiences, rejection, and, I guess, consistent, what has worked. You'll do that because you think, okay, if I do this and that, then they'll like me, then I'll get attention, then they'll love me. You're not, like, hoeing around because you just can't keep your legs together. No, you're just like, okay, this is what I do to get the affection and attention from guys, because I don't get it any other way. And you think that, like, showing them what's good with your sex game is going to lock them down, and it's not, because that's all. Maybe they just want the bang bus, and that's okay. But if you're only showing them your sexual skill set and nothing other than that, they don't really, how can they see you in any other way? And furthermore, if you're only showing them your sexual skills and then being super beck and call available and super try hard, and your text ratio. But yeah, you can be doing all these. Okay, Ed Irwin came back. I don't know if this was the same person that wrote something in Portuguese earlier, but it looks like the same sentence. How are you doing, hips and... Sorry about that. Wait, hold on, where did that go? What happened? I had some other notes here and I'm trying to find... Oh, one sec. We will see what we can do. True. Yeah, plugs. Proper ceiling. And when we do decide on a place where it would set, which is a decorated, tits out fucking fifth wheel, yeah, there's definitely no room for it. A friend of mine put one in their fifth wheel, or no, and theirs isn't a fifth wheel, theirs is like a class B. But they use freaking aluminum, and they have even less full range of motion area. Their stuff will pop out kind of like I have on this, like the room will extend. But even then, there was like a certain corner where like I had to compensate for that. Otherwise, I would boom. Oh, snap! All right, guys, just take note. All right. Okay, so trying to keep my legs closed like a lady does. All right. Ooh, oh no! Damn it. Go back to that. Where did that go? Let's see. Alright, let me pull this up over here. Probably be better. Alright, there is... Here we go. Now, there's an article... Yeah. There is an article that I referenced in several of my recent uploads and streams. I'm going to be referencing it quite a bit tonight. Okay, wait. Farfrombasic.com, GL, dating while damaged. Oh my God. All right. Who hurt you and why can't you let go? Your childhood wasn't ideal. How much pity do you need to move on and forward from that? Your first time loving someone ended with betrayal. How much anger and regrets needs to build up before you get over it? No one appreciates what you do for them. How many times do you need to keep pointing that out before you stop being unselfish? 9 out of 10 people are never going to change, but they're going to complain. Hurt feels like armor at first. It keeps you safe, but it actually cages and stunts you emotionally and poisons every choice you make. That's real. Okay, hold on. What's going on here? You love being petty. Wait, I don't love being petty. You love bringing up the past. You love having an attitude. You get off on reminding people about all you do for them. And you really love shifting blame onto someone else. Now, hold on. All this damage this GL is spewing does not apply to everyone. But sometimes it can. Some of these things may apply. Your safe place is reminding people that nothing is your fault because being a victim feels better. Whoa, okay. Yeah, okay, I remember saying this when I referenced this article, that if you can get past the victim blaming paragraph in paragraph 2, that it's actually a pretty good article. So we're going to skip this. We're going to skip this one. Okay, here we go. Exploring your damage. This is a lot more where we're on, okay? Let's define what it means to be damaged. I'm referring to those that have been traumatized by people or events, and instead of seeking to come to grips with those things, they continue as if nothing is wrong, ignorantly allowing those wounds to fester, spread, and turn them into a shell of their ugly head the moment they try to connect, trust, or love someone new. Well, here's the thing. The people who are prone to the receiving end of such I can't talk. Being on the receiving end of this type of behavior and experiences is not everybody. There's a certain person that is going to be predisposed to dealing with this, to finding themselves in these situations. And those are going to be people who were not given examples when they were younger of what healthy relationships are. These are people who may struggle with asserting their own boundaries. These are people pleasers. And, you know, there's a lot of things that can turn you into a people pleaser. Sometimes you're having to do the parenting as a child, or sometimes your emotional needs were not really acknowledged, or you felt like you were annoying or a bother. And so anytime you tried to express your needs or wants or feelings, you were rejected with that. So you just kind of stuff it. You stuff it and you learn to anticipate everyone else's needs because that was just expected of you. So that's how that can happen. You don't want someone to turn back around and hurt you after you've already explained your pain, so you settle into this little bubble where you remain guarded and miserable. I guarantee the more than half of the people reading this pretend they're not bothered in public, then they cry into their pillow in private. Damn. It's time to talk about these mental issues instead of faking like everyone is so tough and well put together. Alright, well, okay. So this is a good point here. Sometimes denying all that damage and not addressing it, or not having the ability or the network, the coping support system around, that's even worse. Because sometimes when we go to our support system, hopefully they're validating, or they're validating our pain when it's legit, or sometimes offering us advice in a perspective that we're unable to see in a pain, in a dark place. They give us perspective on something that we're just unable to comprehend at that time, because your emotions can really get in the way of logic. They really can. So it's good to have that support system, but again, not everyone has that. So let's do a checklist. If you complain about shit from the past you can't change, you distract yourself with whatever dumbass news story that's dominating social media, you self-medicate while shopping, drugs, drinking, you claim to be over everything and everybody, but that doesn't stop you from letting the same types of people who hurt you before right back into your life to hurt you again. One day, you're blessed and highly favored, and the next, you're crying about how things will never work out for you. Now be honest. You're not random. You're depressed, and you have no idea how to shake those cold moments. Damn. I told you this article was pretty brutal. Let's see. Hit her up again. Alright, I don't know if she's gonna hit me back. I do not know. I'll let y'all know. We're probably going to shut it down shortly because we have been on for quite some time. Right? Wow. It's a long-ass stream. Alright. So, this universe is built to help those that help themselves. And the first rule of ascending, ask Asian Andy, is don't expect another human to play fair. Yeah, so the whole expecting other people to play fair or put in the same efforts that you yourself do is like the dumbest thing you can do. That's not how that works. And in the beginning, if the give and take is not equal, then fucking it's gonna get worse. Especially if you continue to be giving and keeping it one-sided. If you're actively, you know, if you're actively putting in efforts and you're seeing nothing from it, you're not getting more time with them, you're not meeting their friends or family, then yeah, that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. And just remember, just because you're damaged does not mean you're broken. If you're single, some may feel hopeless when they realize that for anyone to love you, you have to learn to love yourself. And when your past is filled with mistakes, you wonder who would want that. That's another problem. Sometimes our mistakes, the people we date, can really mess up our self-esteem. And when that happens, we lower our standards and we accept people that we're too good for. All these red flags just waving like crazy, and we're just like, okay, whatever, well, this and this happened, so who's gonna want me? That's a huge problem, and that's how you're gonna be a practice girlfriend or whatever. Alright, Sim's still looking a little anxious, a little antsy. Yeah, okay. I have to have a meeting with them anyways. Guys, we've been on for I think 3 freaking hours already. Yeah, alright, so we gotta take a break. I really need my heating pad. I don't know. I might come back with like sweatpants or something like that I can just really just sprawl out and not have to be a lady in. So, alright, thank you for watching. We'll be back a little later, guys.